that first one, Legends Corner.
Really good time.
It was a great time, y'all. But I got to tell y'all.
Oh my God.
About our friend.
I forgot about
because I did not forget about Auntie because I was scarred.
Yeah. Tosh was like,
bro, we're sitting in the bar on maybe our second drink or whatever, and I'm sitting there. Jasmine had turned around. I'm sitting there facing the band, which, by the way, every bar has live music.
Yep.
That's a signature in Nashville. Mm-hmm. Nevertheless, I'm watching the band, enjoying that, and all I see is boobs, like perky, big old white boobs. Like, and I'm like, okay, I didn't see that, but then I open my eyes back up.
You just saw them boobs,
and I'm like, I did see that. This woman proceeded for the I would say about 45 minutes going around the bar, lifting up her shirt, flashing people, and asking them to touch her boobs. Now, granted, she had a nice pair. She might have just gotten them done and wanted to make sure that they were consistent. Yeah. Nevertheless, ma'am, what are you doing?
Not gonna lie, I was offended that she came and talked to us for like 15 minutes and then asked us to touch her boobs.
Jasmine just knew she was going. Okay, right. Because it was hilarious because at first I'm like,
she was like,
watching
these are not those type of girls.
Hey y'all, hey. Welcome to another episode of Travel
Bye.
Sexy. I'm your co-host, Natasha Terrell, owner of Travel Goddess International.
And I'm your co-host, Sincerely Jasmine, founder of Boss Babes Love Brunch.
Period. Guys, we finally went to Nashville.
We made it.
We made it. One of our 2024 travel bucket lists.
Check.
Check, baby. Check, baby. 1, 2. Okay? Yes. So this episode is all about our full Nashville experience review. We're taking you through how to get there, what to do, how to get around, the drinks and the food. Always. Things to do and experiences and more. So stick around for the full tea. But of course, before we jump into it, a little bit of goddess smell from our inbox to yours. Take us away, Jess.
This week's goddess smell.
Ciao.
Spicy. So I know y'all heard of the Jamaican bamboo rafts with the limestone massages, and they went pretty viral in 2023 because they a little raunchy. So people were like, the Jamaicans getting real, with the girls. Have y'all seen the Ghana waterfall massages? So I just recently saw a few travel influencers post their experience with the Ghana waterfall massage, and it's literally at a waterfall in Ghana, and they have massage tables set up, and these beautiful African men give you these very in-depth massages. So yeah, that it just looks like it's the new trend of 2024.
How in depth are we talking? Because that phrasing.
Y'all thought the limestone. The Jamaicans was doing something. They doing something in Ghana with this. They are on to something.
For those of you who are listening and you cannot see Jasmine's side eyes and all of her inflections that she's doing
a great thing going
in her face. Basically what this is given, if y'all have seen the raunchy massages on the internet.
It's that, but in Ghana.
Under a waterfall. Okay? That's what's happening. And then, you got the shirtless men, and they're all fit, and they're fine.
Yeah, so for research purposes, I did follow one of the masseuses.
Not for research purposes.
I'm going to keep y'all updated, and we're going to get y'all out there.
Oh, my gosh. For research purposes, y'all, she claims she followed them. So she
followed me back, too.
Oh, see? So she about to get a formal invitation to the waterfall.
I'm a travel advisor, so you got to do your research, hit the ground running, tell the experience, and that's what we're here to do.
Oh my goodness. All right now, Ghana, we see ya. Yeah, for those of you interested in going or you weren't interested, but now you are, don't forget to submit a consultation on our website because
it's worth that trip.
We got you. We can figure out your Ghana experience, all right? But before you get to Ghana, you should go to Nashville.
Absolutely.
Because it's like right around the corner, but it's a time.
It's such a vibe. It's your girls of 𝗕𝗿𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂🔂.
Before we jump into today's episode, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to us on YouTube and listen wherever you get your podcasts.
And make sure that you're following us on Instagram and TikTok at 𝗕𝗿𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂.
And of course, if you have a product or service that you'd like to see featured on an upcoming episode of 𝗕𝗿𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂 So
they did not lie about Nashville.
they didn't lie. So let's jump into it because we had a great time in Nashville.
We did.
First things first, of course, to get to Nashville, you got to get to Nashville.
You got to get to Nashville.
So we love to highlight like how to get there, whether it be flight routes or just range of pricing and just the travel experience overall, because, not for nothing, travel can be a lot for people.
Yeah, absolutely. And it could, that first day or sometimes your full trip can be ruined by a not pleasant travel experience.
Yeah.
This was a pleasant trip.
It surely was. So we flew out of PHL, which is our home airport for those that don't know. And we had a nonstop flight straight to Nashville, and their airport code is BNA, which we found out a fun fact about it because why is this your airport code? Like
Nashville BNA. Okay.
Right. But our Uber driver explained it, or not even our Uber driver. That was our hotel shuttle driver, which we'll talk about later. Explained that it was named after an affluent person in the community.
Exactly.
He was a very active community member, and they named the airport after him, and that's how they got the BNA.
Yeah.
Because why is it not NAS?
That's what I'm like, BNA.
Why? But nevertheless, nonstop flight. It was like an hour and 10 minutes, like something
honestly,
so crazy.
The quickest flight, I'm a day trip girl, so Florida, Atlanta, Chicago. This was the quickest flight out of PHL that I've ever been on.
Yeah.
Like
it was shorter than Atlanta.
It was so short. Yeah, literally an hour and 10 minutes. I think it was quoted for like an hour and a half.
No, it was quoted for 2.
For 2 hours, yeah. And we got there in 70 minutes.
Which was awesome because I'm ready to start vacation. So the sooner I can get there, the sooner I can get drinks in my hand and food in my stomach.
Absolutely. And Nashville got that.
Okay. So if you're traveling from the East Coast, the flight time is going to be fairly easy to make it happen. Nonstop. We flew with Spirit, but there's tons of nonstops with all your favorite carriers for you to be able to easily get to Nashville. And the pricing, baby girl, the pricing was doing what it needed to do.
That's really why we went.
So we found a $33 round trip flight.
Yes. There and back.
$33 for the whole trip.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So go ahead and play with Spirit if you want to, but
it's such smooth flights.
I had a good time.
So quick. And I'm actually going back to Nashville on those same flights. So I will suggest, and about the same price.
Yeah, come on. Stop throwing shade on Spirit because you can't beat the $33 to get there and then have the experience that we had when we got there. But like I said, the pricing is pretty standard for all the carriers, but you ain't going to find $33.
$33, exact round trip.
Unless you're going to play with Spirit. Okay. So nevertheless, there's that. How to get there. Super simple. So just book the flight.
So once you get there.
And
you got to figure out where you're going to stay.
Yes.
So we stayed at a new hotel in Nashville.
Yeah, I think she said it was 2 or 3 years old.
Yeah, so they just were born right after the pandemic, which was the Elements.
Actually, I'm lying. No, she said they weren't a year old.
Yeah, it was real new.
I'm lying. She said a year old.
But we stayed at the Elements. We got to tour their property. This property was gorgeous. Brand new. It feels brand new. The rooms are spacious.
Very.
The offerings were great. They had breakfast.
They did a happy hour during the week.
Yep. So, and it was conveniently located.
It was, which, when you're traveling, especially when you're traveling to cities and U.S. cities specifically, you kind of immediately think you should be in downtown because that's typically where all the action is happening. Unless you're in Atlanta. Downtown Atlanta is weird. But but most of the time when you're in downtown, you're going to be accessible to most of the things. So when you're looking at hotels, you see downtown in the name, you're kind of more drawn to that. But then you're also going to pay a little bit more for the convenience of it being downtown. So while the rates weren't significantly different for this, we did opt to go with this Element, and the Element specifically was Element Nashville Vanderbilt. So it was in the Vanderbilt area, I suppose, but which I think is also considered like Midtown. Nevertheless, yes, we saved, but also the accessibility of this hotel we didn't sacrifice, if you will, by not staying directly in downtown.
Yeah, and I think a lot of Nashville, like those Midtown hotels and even some of the airport hotels have that accessibility, and we'll get into that next.
Yeah, but of course, again, if you would like to stay in downtown, there's great options. There's an Element in downtown.
Yep.
So specifically, I enjoy that brand because it is one of the newer brands in the Marriott portfolio, so you're almost guaranteed to get a modern, chic,
absolutely,
newly built experience, which exactly what we got. But then also they understand millennials, I think.
With the
happy hour, complimentary
offering. We know you want your coffee to start your day.
Yes.
So yeah,
and this was like a full breakfast. Like they were like made to order.
Oh yeah.
There was like, you go up to the counter, they're making you a Mexican tortilla, whatever you're looking for. Which was really great. And then of course, we had our room. It had a full kitchen. It had a huge bathroom. We had space.
Yeah, those amenities at that hotel were great.
Yeah, they have outdoor pool, and it's heated, but even though it's outdoor, they had lots to do.
A lot to offer, yeah.
And then, like I said, the area, it was very close to Midtown, which also has tons of restaurants, tons of bars, and places to stay. And then close to downtown, which again is where the happening is happening. But getting around was also easy.
Yep.
Because our hotel had a shuttle.
Yep. So that hotel and a lot of other hotels in Nashville, when I did my research, offered that shuttle to get you downtown. So like you said, you typically, when you're staying in these domestic locations or trying to stay downtown for that convenience, you will find that in Nashville, they know you want to go downtown. They know you want to go to Broadway.
Yes.
And they have those those hotel shuttles that will take you to the mix.
Yeah. And our shuttle was great because it took you wherever you wanted to go within a 3-mile radius.
Yep.
So we were able to have it take us to Midtown and downtown, which was awesome.
And free.
I was going to say, you're saving. You're not having to spend money on Ubers.
Yeah.
Because the hotel includes it. So certainly look at that perk when you're browsing options. Again, don't be afraid if it says Vanderbilt. Because I wasn't really sure. I looked it up and I was like, all right, it said like 10:15, but it wasn't even 10:15. No. Like it was like
5 minutes.
Yeah, like to get to places. So that's a pro tip. But yes, of course, they have Uber.
Yeah, and the Ubers weren't high. Like the Ubers from the downtown and Midtown areas to the few Ubers that we did catch to the hotel, they weren't high.
Yeah, very, very, very reasonable. Even the Uber to the airport.
Yeah, it was reasonable. Yep.
When y'all know, normally that's the one
that's when
like,
they get you.
All right, well, I gotta get there.
I gotta go.
But also very reasonable. And don't forget to make sure if you are taking Uber or you are taking Lyft, that if you're using Uber, you have your Marriott account linked so that you're earning Marriott points for your Uber rides. And if you're using Lyft, you have your Delta account linked.
Absolutely.
So you're earning Delta miles for those Lyft rides.
Absolutely.
Don't leave points and miles behind in 2024. Okay? So yes, also you can walk.
Yeah. Everything in Nashville, like once you're in Midtown, downtown, in those areas where the bars are, everything's walkable. You can just walk out, walk up the street, cross the street, down the street.
Legit.
And there's plenty other options.
Yeah. So we found that to be convenient as well because honestly, like once you're kind of in the downtown space or once you're kind of on Broadway, you're in and out. You're in and out of bars. You're in and out of restaurants.
Yeah.
You're moving and you're grooving. So that space itself was very convenient for walking, but
Absolutely.
also just walk. Like, because you're stumbling upon things as you're
find
walking.
Gyms. Like,
Exactly.
if you're looking for food, just walk. If you're looking for drinks, just walk.
Legit.
Nashville, y'all be drinking.
Okay, because I'm gonna tell y'all right now, we're gonna get into food and drinks because that's pretty much our trip.
That is our trip. That is our trip.
We were like at the airport on the last day, like, we really just ate and drank for 72 hours.
But that is their culture. So it, to me, felt like a combination of like Bourbon Street and like the Strip in Las Vegas.
Like if the two had a baby.
Yeah, like if Bourbon Street and the Strip had a baby. It's like, that is Broadway in Nashville.
Yes.
So
agreed.
It was just like, you can't not drink. You ever been to Bourbon Street? You ever been to the street? You can't not drink.
Like must have drink in hand.
Like,
So let's jump into food and drinks,
Yes.
because when you're in Nashville, as we mentioned, that's what you're gonna have to
what
do.
I'm coming for.
So we'll go through it because we had actually a plethora
Of options.
of options. So we started off with Hampton Social,
So cute.
which if you've ever been to a Hampton Social, the Nashville one is like no other.
Is the best one.
Because I've been to them in different cities,
Yeah.
and the Nashville one is, like you said, I do think it's the best one.
Yeah, it has so many layers. I also have been to a Hampton Social before, and the one in Nashville has so many layers to it.
Yeah.
It was a rooftop. It was just levels and different areas. And we know, if you know Hampton Social, it is very Instagrammable.
Yes. But I would say the one in Nashville, yeah, they kind of won me with the rooftop.
So cute.
Definitely had me with the Instagrammable moments all throughout.
Yes.
And then at their signature Rosé Lounge, which it honestly, depending on where you want to sit and where you want to be in this 3 levels of experiences, you're getting a different vibe in every element.
Every little nook.
Yeah, so we were like, oh my gosh, what do we want to do? Where do we want to
wanna
be? Because we are like, do we want to go in the pink Rosé Lounge? Do we want to go on the rooftop? It was something for everyone.
Absolutely. A vibe.
Then match it with fantastic cocktails.
So good.
And y'all already know Jasmine's espresso martini, girl.
Come on, espresso martini. It was the edible gold for me. Come on, Hampton Social Nashville. I done had about hundreds of espresso martinis.
At this point,
The edible gold really, really elevated the espresso martini experience for me.
it was necessary.
So
and
cute.
we went during happy hour.
Yeah, and great prices.
Yeah, so we were able to get that edible gold cocktail for the low.
Absolutely.
So definitely add that to your list. And it was cool because legit, we probably landed in Nashville 12:30 p.m. and, get to the hotel and check in and all of that. And by that time is happy hour time.
Exactly.
So I would also say choose your flight time wisely because you want to be able to hit the ground running.
Yeah, and depending on your day, if you're going a weekday a little bit earlier, we went Thursday. So yeah, we went straight to happy hour. Our next stop, again, keeping the happy hour vibes going because we hit the ground running, so we had time. The Rutledge in the Four Seasons, which is conveniently located right across the street from Hampton Social.
Yes.
This place was really chic.
Very, very.
Like, it was like a very upscale vibe, especially for happy hour. So it was definitely a night type of place where you would want to go for happy hour, dinner. It's that sexy, sensual type of vibe. Cute for a date.
Yeah, absolutely cute for a date. And, being attached to the Four Seasons certainly gives it what it needs to give.
It gives that elevated feel for sure.
Yeah, but service there was also fantastic. And we were pleasantly surprised. I think it was that area. And so that area where we were, which honestly was around the corner from the start of Broadway, which we'll get to. But that area where the Hampton Social and the Four Seasons and Rutledge was located was pretty chill. It almost felt like a working...
Yeah, like a business
district. Right.
Definitely.
But it was, again, around the corner from...
Yeah, I was not expecting it.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting us. So we did our happy hour thing. We're drinking, talking, and then we're like, you know what? Let's just keep it going.
Yeah.
Let's just start the night now.
Yes.
And pleasantly surprised, we looked at the map and we were right there.
Literally, it was like 2 blocks.
Yeah, like, okay.
If that.
Not even. Like,
right.
it was like, oh, it was on the next corner.
Right.
So we walked up a few blocks and we hit Broadway.
Yeah, but I will say this before we get to Broadway. Rutledge, Jasmine mentioned, would be great for a dinner. And their happy hour is simple but cute. If you've ever been to any of the restaurants that are attached to the Four Seasons, it's pretty much a consistent experience. I'm learning. So, just something to keep in mind for those that are listening that want a little bit more
elevated.
A little shoulder raise.
A little pinky up.
a little pinky up vibes. This is going to give you that.
Definitely.
But again, around the corner from Broadway, which we got to.
Yeah. So now it's time to just really experience Nashville. This is where the cowboy hats come out.
Ciao.
As soon as you turn a corner.
As soon as you turn the corner, it's like lit up. It's like,
Cowboy
what are
galore.
y'all doing? Honestly, like,
Yeah,
what are y'all doing?
Like, I was listening to the video. I'm like, this is like, it's a lot to take in because, again, this was our first time here. So
Yes.
I'm like, okay, Nashville, like, it's lit.
Don't stop.
And it still was early. So I would say maybe this was like 7:30. Like, it was
Maybe,
still
yeah,
early in the evening. And it was lit. Like, people are out walking. All the lights are lit. They said it was like 400 to 500 bars and restaurants in Nashville,
like
in that area.
Which is insanity.
Yeah, but believable.
Yeah.
Once you step on that, you're like, okay, well, bar.
Precisely. Or hat shop and then bar, right? Boot shop, bar.
Boots,
right.
bar.
But it was interesting. I think you made the perfect, you explained it perfectly, where it's like you come around that corner and you're like, whoa. But then immediately you realize, well, I am in Nashville. And then you start to adjust to the vibes. It's interesting though, because even if I go back to the flight and I'm in the boarding area, which you didn't even tell the people how you almost missed that flight. But
I don't want to talk about it. I'm sick of everything when it comes to these flights.
2024 and the flights have been trying Jasmine, okay?
Child, I don't even want to talk about it.
That's fine. Nevertheless, I was in the boarding area and like you see pretty much everyone is going to Nashville for the Broadway experience that we're talking about. Like everybody's there.
Prepared.
They are all ready to be hammered and
booted and suited up.
They got the cowboy hats in hand, the boots on the feet. They are ready.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh, we got to catch up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and they're drinking. Like by the time they touched down in Nashville, and again, this was our first time there, so I didn't know how intense the drinking was going to be. Like I saw, you see your TikTok, you see a few experiences, but like no, if you're going to be drinking,
and
eating. The food was
and
good,
and drinking, and eating some more.
Yeah, just the whole time.
So when we got to Broadway, we popped in and out. And fun fact, y'all. Your girl still needs to renew her license. So
I forgot about
when
that.
I'm outside, I have my passport. I know, guys, don't judge me. I gotta renew my license. Like it's a PennDOT. Come on, make it easier. I don't want to go there. Nevertheless, so I'm outside with my passport, but my silly self forgot to bring it.
Which makes sense. Who brings their passport out the hotel?
I know, but I knew that I was going to have it with me. That's why I had it with me on the trip, in addition to not being able to use my license.
And in my head, I'm like, this is like a drinking place. They're not going to card us.
Girl.
There's security in front of
every
bar.
Single bar.
Yeah, every bar has security.
Yeah. So, we tried and failed a couple of times and then we landed into one.
Because again, it was still early. So I feel like we caught them right before security was on schedule.
Yeah. So we was able to slither up in one. And then I get actually another one later. But nevertheless, that first one, Legends Corner.
Really good time.
It was a great time, y'all. But I got to tell y'all.
Oh, my God.
About... our friend.
I forgot about
because I did not forget about Auntie because I was scarred.
Yeah. Tosh was like,
bro, we're sitting in the bar or maybe our second drink or whatever. And I'm sitting there. Jasmine had turned around. I'm sitting there facing the band, which by the way, every bar has
It's
live
live
music.
Yep.
That's a signature in Nashville. Nevertheless, I'm watching the band, enjoying that, and all I see is boobs, like perky, big old white boobs. Like, and I'm like, okay, I didn't see that, but then I open my eyes back up.
You just saw them boobs.
And I'm like, I did see that. This woman proceeded for the I would say about 45 minutes going around the bar, lifting up her shirt, flashing people, and asking them to touch her boobs. Now, granted, she had a nice pair. She might have just gotten them done and wanted to make sure that they were consistent.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, ma'am, what are you doing?
Not gonna lie, I was offended that she came and talked to us for like 15 minutes and did ask us to touch her boobs.
Jasmine just knew she was going. Okay, right. Because it was hilarious because at first I'm like,
She was like,
watching
these are
her.
not those type of girls.
Yeah, I'm watching her slowly but surely make her way closer and closer to us. By the way, flashing everybody on the way. And I'm like, she is going to come over here and
behind us and was like telling them to touch. I'm like, oh man.
I'm like, Lord, this is happening. And Jasmine's like, don't make eye contact.
Like, she's gonna come over here.
Nevertheless, we didn't make eye contact and she still came over.
Y'all know I be talking, so now I'm just running my mouth with her.
Now this her good girlfriend.
She talking about her grandkids and all this stuff. I'm like, her chickens. She's
her
like, y'all got
chickens.
chickens out there? I was like, chickens, girl, I live in the city.
She's talking about she got chickens.
But I might get some chickens because she was telling me all these eggs and all this. We had a good conversation.
We did, but nevertheless, she did not show us her boobs, but we still saw them.
Not even in the slightest did she ask us to touch her boobs or look at them. I was like, okay.
But the gag is, she also told us she was 54.
Yeah, she looked great.
I was like, oh.
She looked good. Then her husband came over. They was just fun. It was
Child.
a good vibe.
So I didn't even remember her name, but shout out to her,
Yes.
to her boobs.
And her new breasts.
And yeah, that was a time at Legends Corner.
And the fact that she didn't want us to, whatever.
Jasmine is so offended. Like, why we didn't get the boob
We
show?
show everybody. You would come over here and try to talk chickens with me. Like, all right. You don't want to talk about boobs no more.
Great.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. But that was like our introduction to Nashville. That's our first bar
they
that we're
party out
in
here.
on the strip. And we're like, whoa.
They're fun.
It's a thing. So then we leave there. We go across the street to low-key our favorite bar.
Yes.
And we absolutely think you need to be at this
It was
bar.
so good. Oh my gosh.
Rippies.
The bartender, Rippies.
Was it Rippies or Ripley's?
Rippies.
Okay.
Another one with a live band. The band was awesome. The bartender was great.
Amazing. Granted, again, this is our first day, so we have now we've returned from Nashville. We can literally say best bar experience.
Yeah, that was the best bar experience. We went back.
Yeah, we did. We did pop back in there. But yeah, like you said, service great. The band selection in there awesome. Drinks. Oh my gosh.
She was manning that bar by herself. It was one bartender.
One.
Full bar. And
Never
she
felt
just
like.
had it like.
Yeah, like well-oiled machine. Never felt like we weren't being serviced. And when I tell y'all, we were watching her with the bottle,
She was
making the
pouring.
drink. Okay? Because I say, for those that are listening, sorry you can't see this, but when they go up and bring it back down and it's pouring the whole time,
She
oh,
was
that's
like, oh no, I saw her pour that.
that's a drink. And it was not the bottom shelf stuff either.
They had a great selection. The drinks were all like at least 2 alcohols and eat. Like it was a good joint.
Yeah, and affordable. Like these literally liquor loaded drinks, $10, $12.
$10.
In large kind of like solo cups.
Exactly, not those smaller ones. It was
Exactly.
like the red cup
So
size.
this is like, you buy 2 of these? Yeah.
Yeah. Mind you, this is like our 5th stop.
Then, because it's our 5th stop, we hungry again.
The wings. Y'all know, we love some wings.
The wings, baby. Come on, Rippies. Come
Them
on,
wings were
Rippies.
good.
Oh my gosh.
Them were some, and it was reasonable. Again, like we got food, we got drinks. Everything was really reasonable.
Yeah, Rippies, I will be back. I will be back. All right. And then y'all know we grandmoms. So after that,
Time to wrap it
it's
up.
time to go. We was
Too
back.
many honky tonks for the night.
Yes, the honky tonks was tonking. Okay. And just in case you don't know, like that's kind of what they refer to as their bars that have the live music,
which is all of them. So they're all
honky tonks. Yes.
So,
and I learned that because when you sent the itinerary and I saw honky tonk, I thought that was the name.
no, I did too.
Okay, all right, but
well,
no.
I think that one was because that was like a celeb, like that name. Who was it? I can't.
Kid Rock's honky
tonk. Yeah, so
tonk.
it's Kid Rock's honky tonk because it's his name in it, but it's just a bar. It's just Kid Rock bar.
Yes, so everything is a honky tonk if it has live music and it is a bar. News to me.
A vibe.
Yes. So that was day one.
Yeah,
it was fun. Shout out to Rippies.
More food. The food was really good.
The food was so good in Nashville.
Well, you know we can't go to Nashville and not have Nashville hot chicken.
Girl.
That's what they know for.
Yeah, so day 2 started off with that hot chicken.
Yes, so good. Oh my God.
First of all, I'm so sorry if you guys hear all the laughing because our producer on this episode is cracking up. But this is how we feel. Nevertheless, that Nashville hot chicken, baby.
So good.
Now, we went to, I would say the tourist one, Hattie B's. And I'm saying that because I do have a friend that lived in Nashville. And when I posted I went to Hattie B's, she scolded me.
Really?
And she said, that is touristy. Why would you go there? But it was good to us. Okay, it was good.
It was real good.
So we got a bunch of different things so that we could share them. So, of course, we got the chicken sandwich. And then we got the chicken tenders.
Really good.
Which, again, the chicken, we're giving the chicken 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10 for sure.
And we're going to keep it a buck, though.
Sides were it, but.
Like, Hattie B, go ahead and just take the sides off of the menu. They're not necessary. They're not necessary.
Because the chicken's great. Like, the sandwiches are so good. Like, unbelievably good.
Yeah.
And they have levels. So you get that Nashville hot level in... I had Nashville hot before because obviously it's on every brunch menu.
Period.
But real Nashville hot got levels to it.
Yeah.
And now we know. So the chicken is amazing. No sides, not so much.
7 out of 10.
Yeah, I wouldn't even give it that. But they also had drinks, which was nice. They had alcoholic drinks at the Hattie B location. So that's nice that you could get a cocktail with your chicken because usually in like those smaller spots like that, you can't really get alcohol.
Yeah, yeah. And then we were pleasantly surprised to find out that your order also includes just unlimited fountain drinks.
Absolutely.
Which I thought was nice.
I thought that was cool too.
Yeah. And then they also still kind of have like tableside service, which was neat. Now, pro tip, we kind of went in a sweet spot pocket, which was like
definitely
just late morning, early afternoon, because we know a lot of people will go when they open at 11 and that line will be around the block. And then people will go, mid-afternoon for like lunch or just whatever they got going on. And again, line. So we saw the line and it is known to have a line around the block. But we just missed it.
Just missed it.
Just missed it.
Once we stepped up to the front part of the register, that's when the line really started to form.
Yes.
But when we were heading out, it was like, okay, it's wrapping around.
It's wrapping around. Yep.
But that also is a testament to how great the chicken is,
or how interested in finding out people are.
Exactly.
Because that was us. So yeah, I would say it's worth
definitely
adding
worth it. And then they have Prince's Hot Chicken, which is also another popular spot to try the Nashville hot chicken. So you could try either one.
And that one is right off of Broadway.
Exactly, in that Simply Food Hall.
And they do have a Hattie's on Broadway too.
Yep.
But we went to one in Midtown.
Yeah.
Which again
we
is
trying to avoid.
I was gonna say kind of a hack.
Exactly, to avoid that down, because we know if it was a line when we was leaving there, we know it was a line at the other one.
Oh, sure. Absolutely, because everybody downtown. Yep.
Exactly.
What do we do after that?
After that, we went to the distillery.
Oh, Smokies.
Yes, that was really good.
I'm like, low key, when I say Old Smoky, I say it like it's like my old friend.
My dog,
yes.
not the OG.
Yes, Old Smoke. Because that's how we felt there.
So good. Yeah, that was an experience. That was really a good experience. Like, so if you don't know, Nashville, well, Tennessee in itself is known for its moonshine. So Old Smoky is the moonshine brand, which is popular. They have like the peaches, the pickles. They sell in
had a lot of different brands or flavors,
alcohol stores or whatever. But this distillery has all of them.
Yes.
Including all of their moonshines. And they have cocktails that are only made with a different moonshine. Like,
it was lit.
It was so lit.
Oh, it was so good. So, I mean, our Old Smoky experience started with our tasting.
Yes. Yep.
So we did a moonshine tasting, which if you are interested in doing it, you just go there, go straight up to the large kind of like circle bar in the shopping area. It's $15 for the tasting, and you get about 6 to 7 different options. Yep. And you could also pay $3 more to get 2 extra options, which are the premium ones. Yep. Child, let me tell you about them premiums, because I don't think I still can feel my throat.
I could have did without it. That was too much. Too much for me.
Jasmine was like,
could have did without it.
That joke was like, if it was like almost like an Everclear.
Yeah. Oh my God.
But it was still smooth. So it
but
wasn't
worth the $3.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So there's that.
$15 for 7 pours is totally worth it.
Yeah. And it also came with a complimentary beer.
Oh yeah. That was great.
It was. And shout out to was it Joe? Jake. Not
Jake
from
was
State
hilarious.
Farm.
Yeah, that's the only reason I remember, because he like, come on with the State Farm stuff.
Yes.
Like, absolutely, Jake. I don't like when people play with me either.
But he was so dope, though. He was super dope.
Yeah, he was hilarious.
He added to the experience for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great at his job too,
Yeah.
which I think like they have experts in the space that not only inform you about the moonshine, but to make the experience fun. Because afterwards you like, okay, I'm done. And it's like, no, I want to stay. Like I want to stay in this space.
Yeah, because you felt good.
Yeah, so we headed back to the bar where
Yes.
they also have a live band. Obviously, that is the theme. That is the trend.
That's Nashville.
Live band, live music, honky tonk. So we headed to the back and had a few moonshine cocktails and enjoyed the band.
Those moonshine cocktails, baby.
Yeah.
Do yourself a favor, order the pineapple one.
Yeah.
Because the pineapples are obviously soaked in the moonshine.
In the moonshine, yeah.
And then the moonshine is pineapple flavored. And baby, that's a drink. That's a drink. I wish I had it right now.
Yeah, those moonshine cocktails were really good.
Really good. So good. So we ended up just being there because you're vibing and you're hanging, and
It's a good experience.
there's tables and people, and it's just fun.
It was fun.
It really was. Now, I'm gonna say this. Shout out to the band, because the band made a killing that afternoon.
Oh, yes.
We
I forgot about that.
were in there. And so let me tell y'all, the band essentially were asking people to pay for their song requests, which is fine. It's normal. Okay. But you look up on the screen and it says, here's our Cash App. And the song requests are $20. Send $20 with your song requests to them via Cash App. But the gag is, y'all, everybody in this bar,
it's a moonshine bar. We're drunk.
requesting
We're
song
all
after
drunk.
song after
like,
song.
And then it's like, the thing is, a lot of people that go to Nashville, they love that culture. Country music, drinking, good time. Like, that's their vibe. It was this table in the front. They made at least $500 off them.
Off them alone.
Because they was having a blast.
Okay.
Between the bar, the Venmo to the band, and back to the
Listen.
table, they was having a blast.
I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
$20
I
a
didn't even
song?
realize it. Like, it was plastered on the screen, but at
Jasmine
this point,
was
I was
not,
drunk.
yeah, she was not paying attention to it.
So Tosh was like, oh, they're making a killing. And I was like, yeah, they telling everybody to Venmo them. Like, they definitely making money.
She thought it was tips.
Because I'm hearing everyone, like, how eager and excited and, how many requests people were making. I'm like, yeah, they definitely making. She was like, no, like, they have to pay $20. I was like, oh.
Because we were watching people be like, yes, that's my song choice. Like, so we knew it was working.
At the honky tonk.
I was like, I'm not giving y'all $20, but I'm going to keep.
I'm a vibe, though.
I'm going to keep jigging to this song.
I don't
but
even know these songs.
I'm not giving $20 for this song. Can you do Beyonce? No. All right.
Yeah,
so no. Nevertheless, Old
Beyonce
Smoky.
honky tonk, this shit is wow. I'm going to actually request that next time.
Yes, please. And send me the video. But I digress. They made a killing. And shout out to them.
And it was was a vibe.
That was gonna say, because they added to the experience for sure.
Yeah.
And
They
the
also
excitement
had
of everyone else
bathroom
around.
attendant, which I don't usually run into unless it's like after hours.
Bathroom attendant in the middle of the day.
Bathroom attendant in the middle of the day was like, oh, y'all are making a killing off these drunk people. I see what y'all did there.
Oh, yes.
Because I went to the bathroom at least 3 times. And me and Auntie was in there talking about the Eagles, talking about all this. I don't even watch football. I said, I see what y'all did there. I'm going to give you $1. Just to pee? Yeah. Watch your pockets in there.
Exactly. I was gonna say, because at that point,
they catching you in vulnerable spaces.
at that point, you're lit. So whatever goes, no matter if it was 2:30 in the morning or afternoon, of which it was.
I couldn't keep going in the bathroom talking to the lady and not tip her. Like,
see? Meanwhile, I was like, I'm going to the bathroom one time when I leave. Oh man, so that was Old Smoky.
Yes.
Definitely added to your list.
Yes.
And then from there we walked to downtown,
Right
back to the Broadway,
which is literally 2 blocks up.
Yeah.
And we popped into our fave.
we did see
into
Rippies again.
for a quick little few shots
Mm-hmm.
and bathroom break, because if y'all know me, when I be drinking, I'll be peeing.
Once you break the seal, such is life.
I just it was bad. So had to stop, and then why not get shots? So we stopped, got a few more drinks, and then we hit the Tootsie.
We did a shot. Let me just say this: we forgot to mention, along the way of this day, we met friends.
Oh yes.
Well, we actually met them on the plane in the airport. Then we
That I
met
almost
up,
did
right.
make.
Then child, you don't want to talk about it though, so we won't talk about it. But now we met up with them because they were at Old Smoky's as well, and so then we, carried on the rest of our afternoon with these fellows, and they were super
Yes,
cool.
Yes.
But yeah, from Rippies in Jasmine's bathroom break and our shots break, then we went across the street to Tootsie's.
So cute.
I really enjoyed. So this is another like 3-level bar.
Yes. So
It's lots to do and see.
be vibing. If
Like-
you can't tell.
Nashville, we see what you're doing
And
there.
the crazy part is everywhere is packed.
We were like we walked
everywhere is
in this
packed.
place. It's
Hundreds
4
of
in the
people
afternoon.
everywhere. Like there are hundreds of people everywhere.
We're
It's
like-
no
What is going on? It's 4 in the afternoon.
rooftop packed, downstairs packed, like
Packed.
inside packed.
I'm like, y'all don't need a nap. Like
I need a nap.
that was like, I need a nap, but
but if we go,
but here we are. But yeah, Tootsie's was dope because
Yeah.
of the levels to it and
Yeah.
having a rooftop experience on Broadway.
Definitely.
So
That
you're,
was cool.
able to not only get some air because, child, you're going to need some after all that drinking, but then you're like, oh, I can see Broadway from the top.
Exactly.
It was cool. And drinks, again, flowing.
Yes, live band again.
Honky
And a
tonk.
vibe. It was a really good vibe.
It was, yeah. So I would say if you can, add Tootsie's to your list as well and do each level. Work
Yeah,
your way
make
up.
or down, whatever.
Right. But Jasmine and I did agree that that's a bar you go to after you're already on.
Yeah, 'cause, you need to go to the distillery and drink some moonshine.
Because
You're going to be overwhelmed.
I was going to say, it's on 100 as soon as you walk in.
Absolutely. Like that was probably the most packed place that we went to the entire time.
Yeah.
And again, everywhere was packed. Everywhere, like every bar we went to, every restaurant like had a consistent flow. But that was like jam packed.
Yeah.
Like that was like 1 a.m. on a holiday weekend
Legit.
in the city.
And this was a regular weekend.
Yeah.
Nothing happening special.
So, yeah, it was jam packed.
It also was 4 in the afternoon. I still was, my mind was
Sun
blown.
out. Yeah.
Mine was blown.
And then we the sun went down while we was there. Like the sun was out, and then we're just watching more and more people come as the sun goes down. It was a vibe.
It was. Then after that, we were like,
I need a nap.
Jasmine needed a nap.
I need a nap.
So we went back, and then I actually was like, you know what? If I take this nap, I'm done. So I went and got some food at this Italian restaurant that was on the end of our block of our hotel. And I'm the worst for not looking up the name before I got on this episode today.
I can't. I'm trying to remember while you talk about it.
But I will make sure to put it in the show notes because when I tell you, number one, it was the first Italian restaurant that I saw in Nashville, because all I was seeing was, barbecue and chicken, and that's fine because it was good.
Absolutely.
But this was a pleasant surprise, and then it had the nerve to be delectable. So I, like Jasmine and I, we talked to everybody. So we had at the bar having a whole conversation with the bartender and just getting to understand the overall experience. So they have multiple locations. It's a restaurant group. It's just, it legit seemed like if you don't know about it, you wouldn't go. Like, because the people in there were all locals. There were like no tourists in there.
Wow.
And it just seemed like an intentional place.
Which is so crazy on a block of like hotels. So
I
it
know.
would attract the tourists. Like people would just pour out from the hotel there.
Yeah, but he was telling us, he was telling me like, we just, regular place with regular people that you can escape. And then the food was amazing. Drinks was bomb. Bartender and the service was awesome. So I'll put it in the show notes because I don't even want to butcher the name right now. And I can't remember.
I can't think of it either.
But I left out of there and I recorded a video because I was so moved by the entire experience.
I'm mad I ain't tried that pasta.
I know. And I brought you some back.
I know.
But
She brought me some back. I was asleep.
Knocked out, child.
Then I woke up in the middle of the night like, dang.
As we always do, but that's fine. And then our last day, right?
Yes, the best part. Well, everything was great thus far, obviously.
We really did go off on the last day.
The last day
Why
was
did we
so
snap on the
good.
itinerary on the last day like that?
Oh my gosh. And it was simple because actually we weren't able to do one of the, well, we could have, but we decided to
drink
do more drinks. So we started with brunch. As we left the hotel, we went to brunch at Cinema. So we love Black owned. This literally was one of the best brunch experiences I've had in a while. So ultimately, the owners took a historical theater and turned it into a restaurant.
Yes.
So it's Cinema with an S.
Yes.
But it is literally that. It feels like a cinema. So you walk in, it has that theater feel.
Yeah.
Gorgeous aesthetic.
Like beautiful.
Beautiful place. But the best part was the brunch.
Oh my gosh. What is this brunch and why don't we have it here?
Now, y'all know I love a good bottomless brunch. But bottomless food and drinks?
Girl. Sir. Ma'am. Okay, now.
And that food was so good, y'all. Oh, my God. That food was to die for.
Let me say.
It was good.
When I saw that fried chicken, me and it immediately had a relationship before I consumed it. I was like, you know what? Just bring extra.
Bring some more.
Bring some more. I don't even need to taste it yet because I looked at it and I knew.
You could see the crispiness.
Yes.
You just look at it and be like, yeah. The
I
crunch
knew
is crunch.
somebody with the good hands
prepared
that.
My grandmama's back.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
So good.
Yes. So the brunch itself, and Jasmine actually featured it on Brunch Abroad in a few episodes ago. So the brunch itself was $40 for unlimited food. And when I say it was unlimited, it was unlimited.
Yeah.
And this is giving you your sweet and your savory breakfast and brunch favorites.
Yes. And whatever you want, if you want more, they'll bring you more.
They'll bring you more.
If you want the whole menu, like we got,
the
whole menu. But you want double, triple, quadruple, they will bring it to
Which
you.
You should want quadruple of that chicken.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
So that was really, really dope by itself. Like if you're not a drinker but you just enjoy food, yes, yes. Then for an additional $20 per person, you can add the bottomless cocktail or mimosas. Thank you. So now you're giving me a whole bottomless experience.
Yes.
For $60.
Yes.
And
the best part about the bottomless mimosas was they bring out the bottle.
Yes.
So they give you your carafes of your juice options, and they just keep the bottles coming out as you desire.
Yeah.
So we love having the control of our own mimosa.
Okay.
Because we want to have that balance, you know. So
I like it to be light skinned.
Exactly. So pour your own. We love that.
Yes.
So bottomless bottles, bottomless food. Come on.
And then the service.
Yes. Amazing.
We had really great service.
Amazing. Yes.
And that honestly was consistent throughout Nashville.
It was. It really was.
I cannot remember anywhere we went and we were like, they could have did better.
Personable throughout.
Everybody was on it when it came to service. service, and I appreciate that, because honestly, as a whole in the hospitality space of our city, specifically Philadelphia, we just was having this conversation where service is honestly, like, it feels like you gotta sacrifice on that. You're like, all right, I really just want to go here and I really want to eat this food. I'm just gonna sacrifice on the service, and that's not fair. And Nashville,
or I'm gonna go here and get great service and sacrifice on the food or the experience. So like,
which is, Philadelphia, get it together.
Do better.
Nashville, they got it.
They got it
all the way
okay.
around.
Yes.
And cinema. Period.
I hate when we do that. I hate when we do that, y'all.
I love when we do it, actually. It makes my day.
At least we're not matching this time while that happened.
That would have been great. I love all these things. But yes.
Can't make it up.
We really cannot. Cinema, though, that bottomless brunch, do yourself a favor. Yes. Do yourself a favor. Then
I was about to say, we didn't even get to upstairs.
First of all, why did we stay at cinema so long? We were there all day.
We were there all day.
Our reservation was 10:30.
Yeah, we left at like 3. So upstairs they had this very cute lounge where you can also do brunch or dine upstairs. Yep. I do think it opens a little later than the downstairs dining room. But we popped up to get some cocktails. Very cute aesthetic. Again, the theme is cinema. So you have photos of actors and actresses throughout. It's gorgeous. It's really nice.
You, like we just mentioned, we lost ourselves there. When we looked up, it was 3:00.
Yes.
And we're like, oh my gosh, we got a reservation somewhere else. We got to go. But that's a testament to the experience.
Absolutely.
You truly could lose yourself, but also just feel like family. Like, it just felt like you're rocking out
so good
with your fam, and you're eating good food, and you're drinking good cocktails, and you're having good conversations, and it just, oh my gosh, 10 out of 10.
So good.
10 out of 10. Please go.
To your list.
Please go. Then we left there and kept eating and drinking.
Yeah. Because we could not leave Nashville and not go to this spot.
We couldn't. But I definitely was like, we are trying it.
Girl, we got to the airport. I was like, I'm surprised I didn't sleep on that flight.
I'm
done.
Because we wanted to stay up so that we could sleep when we got home.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
It also, as we mentioned, is a quick flight, so you'll be fine.
It was fast.
But white limousine.
So cute.
Dolly Parton's white limousine.
Yes. So you have to see the big Dolly head.
Yes.
So if you're familiar with Nashville, if you've been, if you're not, there is a famous Dolly Parton. I believe it's made out of like wire.
It looked like wire.
I believe it's like a wired like
bust.
Yeah. But it is literally a head of Dolly Parton that sits on top of the Nashville Graduate Hotel.
And it has a dope like view behind it. So the structure wise, I see what y'all did there. Yeah. Because it's an unobstructed view of the skyline. And it's fun. So like, if you're going there, did you really go there if you didn't get that picture?
Exactly.
No one's going to know. Exactly. You should definitely take the picture. But
the vibes inside is worth the visit as well.
It was. And like, it's Jasmine, y'all know she loved pink. So,
so cute.
It was giving the pink and in the vibes for the girls or the guys, whatever. But the service and the drinks as well.
The offerings were really unique. Like, they had champagne jello shots. Never saw that before. They had champagne bongs that you can like chug a glass of champagne. I never saw that like at a restaurant before. I saw it like parties and stuff.
Yeah.
But they had a bunch of cute offerings on top of the food being cute, good. Like, the menu was good. But I really just thought it was like a lot of cute cocktail offering.
Absolutely.
So even just for like a quick little cocktail, I think it's worth a visit.
Right. It certainly was giving like experience cocktails. And that champagne bong, and y'all know I'm champagne mommy. The champagne bong got me out of here.
Yeah.
Like, I could not do it all in one little champagne.
I
was like, was not ready. Your girl was not ready, but it was good though. I liked it. It was fun. Right.
Yeah.
And the restaurant itself clearly is catered around the aesthetic of,
for sure,
of just inviting you into the space. Like, the way in which they have it set up, I felt like it was a non-traditional kind of restaurant experience. Because they have like a couch in the middle by the DJ booth where you could just like go and hang out on that, and then obviously tables and chairs, like very unique, unconventional setup for the restaurant. And the bathroom was really cute as well. And we saw like a lot of, what do you call those?
Bachelorettes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Bachelorette groups.
All the bachelorettes were in Nashville. Like, Nashville is for the girls.
Okay.
Apparently the guys too.
Okay, because the bachelor parties were there as well.
Yeah, so that is where you go, because I mean, now we know you have all of the options at your fingertips. The bars, the food, everything is right there.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. It makes sense. If you're looking to make it, if you're looking for an easy trip that kind of puts itself together for you, I think that's Nashville. You don't
show up, bring a couple dollars, and have a good time.
It will do what it needs to do, which is unique in my opinion, because normally
it's a seamless vacation.
It was seamless, and I was like, okay, this is interesting, because we definitely went there with like, okay, these are maybe places we want to do, but we kind of let the experience tell us where to go.
Absolutely.
Which is unlike us, y'all. Y'all know we got the itinerary. But that was cool. Yeah. That was Nashville. Overall vibes and rating?
I will give it a 9 out of 10, Nashville. I give it a 90. How about you?
Not the 90. A minus.
Good in my book. I'll take it.
I think I will second that. You know what? I really stole the show and knocked it into the A park was that last day. Cinema and White Limousine.
Yeah, topped it off for sure.
Yes. Both experiences were 10s out of 10. It was a great time. It was a very great time. And I really enjoyed our accommodations as well. Like, for those of you that are, wanting to, are you a person that like, I don't necessarily need a whole room to myself, but I don't want more than one other person in it with me. Absolutely. And I still want space. I really enjoyed our accommodations.
Yeah, that hotel was perfect.
It was. And our room was so spacious. Like, our bathroom was huge. Our counter space was like...
We both can get ready in the bathroom.
Yes. We each got sides, and y'all already know, if y'all been listening, I got 3 toiletry bags. Like, it didn't disrupt the counter. Like, so that also is important on a girl's trip too. So yeah, I think 9 out of 10 as well. 10. And the only reason that it's not a full 10 out of 10 is because I personally felt like, that it really was just, you're going to eat and drink.
Yeah.
And like, if you're a person who's looking for like experiences, while there are those experiences,
you will get caught up in eating and drinking.
You will get caught up
so it's like, if you're an experienced person, you have to be very intentional about those experiences.
Yes, because we had experiences.
Yeah, we just was like, get to go.
We're just going to keep drinking.
Yeah. It's another bar next door.
Definitely. So, you really got to hone in on those if that's your vibe.
Definitely.
Favorite thing about Nashville?
I'm going cinema.
I figured you was going cinema.
Y'all know I love me some brunch. And yeah, that was 10 out of 10 brunch.
Darn.
You gonna go cinema
it's technically cinema. It really is. And that's mostly just because the experience was so layered. We enjoyed the fact that it was Black owned. We had who we still believe was the owner.
Yeah, he was trying to be low key.
But he was trying to be low key.
Owner when I see one.
But his energy was giving owner. And when he came up, he was like, I just had to come and tell y'all so beautiful. And we were like, well, who are you? He's like, I'm a friend of the owner. You're the owner. You're giving owner energy up in here. We saw you walking around and doing what you do.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, so there's that part. Then, of course, the food. That chicken is, I will be back. The drinks, the bottomless, the levels in the actual experience, like upstairs, the lounge, that cocktail bar. They
snapped.
Cinema.
Yeah, they did a great thing.
Oh my gosh, guys,
even the fact that it was a theater, like this is just like, wow, very well thought out.
Yeah, so. Wish I had something more creative for you guys, but we're both going cinema on this one.
Well, if you do not have Nashville on your travel list, definitely add it to your travel list because it is worth a visit.
Okay, because if you didn't know, but now you know today, Jasmine and I are both a part of Travel Goddess International, which is a full-service travel agency that can assist with bringing your Nashville experience to life.
Period. So whether you're looking to go to Nashville or any destination at all, visit travelgoddessintl.com and we got you.
We definitely got you. All right, it's time for the travel deal of the week, which in hindsight, I should have did Nashville. My bad, y'all, but I did. So here we go. A 5-day, 4-night trip to Barcelona.
Okay.
So we're going back. We're going back and we're getting our Cheetah Girl moment again if we didn't get it the last time.
Okay, 'cause I still ain't get it.
Still ain't get it, right? These dates are going to be in early March. So for those that are looking for some spring break travel, this might work for you. This is going to be Sunday to Friday. So you leave out on Sunday. It's an overnight flight. You arrive Monday and you got your whole week to get your Barcelona on. Round trip flights via Iceland Air, which we talked about before. I've personally flown with them. Lovely accommodations in the sky. Flying out of Baltimore, Maryland, BWI, with 1.5-hour layovers both ways. Ain't nothing. 4-star hotel accommodations at the Barcelo Raval, which is a very modern hotel in downtown. Very much catered, in my opinion, to the millennial experience.
Definitely.
It's giving rooftops. It's giving, vibes and energy, happy hours and all of that.
That's really a determining factor.
For real.
A rooftop bar.
And now, like, most places are giving the rooftop experience.
Yes.
So we're there. All of that, guys, $900 a person.
Come on, Cheetah Girl moment.
Come on now. Because if you know anything about traveling to Spain,
yes,
you know that's a deal.
Especially in March. That is great.
Right.
Like in that peak season.
Right. Like, come on, y'all.
That's a good one.
So this is a standard travel deal. So you don't necessarily have to have that premium membership, but
You should.
yeah, like we going to tell you every week that $9 a month is going to save you hundreds, sometimes thousands on your travels. So make sure you click the link in the show notes. Go ahead and sign up, or just click the link in the show notes and view the details in Barcelona.
Whatever you want to do.
Whatever you want to do, we got you. And they definitely have brunch in Barcelona. They do.
I'm trying to go.
They do.
Come on,
They
Cheetah
do.
Girl moment and brunch.
I know.
Okay, so it's time to get brunchy. This week's brunch abroad.
Yes.
One of my favorite cities. Y'all know I love Chicago. It's too cold to be thinking about Chicago right now. So this will be on my summer list. Chess's Bistro. So this was another Black-owned restaurant that I came across. It's actually Restaurant Week in Chicago right now, so I was like doing some restaurant research.
Nice.
But they are known for their brunch, and they also got mimosa flights. So y'all know I like to go where we can get a little boozy. So they had some very interesting mimosa flights. And again, we love to support Black-owned. So a Black-owned brunch.
Love that. Mimosa flight is fun. Because it's like,
get the variety, get
yes.
to try everything. Then, order more.
Exactly. Definitely. Because it's like almost like a tasting.
Exactly. Literally.
Now I'm like, all right, bring me more of that strawberry.
Let me get 3 of those.
Let me get 3 of them. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, Chicago is certainly a place where I visit from May to October.
Yes. Even that September be cutting it. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. Because I've gone in October and it was like balmy. But what are you going to do? It's still a great city, so you have to figure it out.
Cool.
And also in the fall is when they do a lot of their food festivals.
Yes. Yep.
So
Yep. It's always a lot. In
was
the
gonna say,
summer,
it's
they got a
worth
lot
it.
of festivals as well. Chicago's a great city.
dang. But I can't move
Too
there,
cold,
though.
yeah.
I
Too cold to
love
even-
that city, but I can't move there.
Too
Because if we currently think that it's cold here,
I don't even want to talk about it. Let's move on. I don't even want to think about Chicago.
Jasmine's bones are
It's
still
cold.
chilling. Like she does not do the
It was
cold,
cold
y'all.
in Nashville, too.
Bless her heart. All right. Last but not least, question of the day. So, would you rather, because again, y'all, we travel agents, so we can book your travel even though we're telling you all the gems of the travel. We got you. So with this question is for us as travel agents. Would you rather a client that is hands-on in the planning process, giving you everything, telling you what to do, doing what some might call the most, or someone that's going to let go and let God and trust that their travel advisor will make sure their desires are met? What's your preferred type of client?
I do prefer hands-on. Not super hands-on, but I do prefer someone who knows what they want, who has questions. It just makes it a smoother process in the end because, just like anything, if you have questions, there's usually common, frequently asked questions that need to be addressed. So if you already have those front of mind, then we don't have to worry about handling them later when you're like, oh, wait, how much I got to pay or blah, blah, blah. So I do prefer someone that's a little more involved.
My answer is two-part because I think for me, it's based on your budget. I feel as though if your budget allows for me to bring to life an experience that I know you're going to enjoy,
Absolutely.
because I've been places and I know what will make, your experience memorable after getting to know you as well, because I might not put you in the chocolate factory if you'd rather be in the rum tour.
Yeah.
So I got to know you. But I think if your budget allows me to just go ahead and make it happen for you, let me make it happen.
Yeah.
Let me do what I do. Let me work my magic. You came here for a reason.
Yeah.
Because we have so many partners and so many team members across the globe that really will understand the value because they are in destination. So if we go to them and say, hey, this is their budget, here's their interest, what should we do? They'll bring that to life, and then I can present it to the client, and the client is wowed, and it's like, yes, we did a good thing. But that definitely depends on that budget.
For sure.
Because if you telling me you want to go somewhere for $500, I'm going to figure it out. As we know, the travel deals going to do what they going to do. But the experience is going to be different. It's different, So what kind of client are you guys? Do you prefer to be hands-on, all in the mix while you working with the travel advisor? Or do you trusting? You're letting go and you're letting God and letting your travel advisor do what they're going to do. Drop it in the comments. Let us know what type of client you are, so that way, Jasmine and I can decide who's going to help you. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the episode on YouTube and listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Yes, and follow us on Instagram and TikTok at 𝗕𝗏𝒂𝒂𝒄𝒄.
And of course, if you have a product or service that you'd like to see featured on an upcoming episode of TFS, shoot us an email, info@travelflysexy.com.
Absolutely. And leave us reviews. We appreciate y'all feedback. It is value. It lets us know how we're doing, what we should talk about, if y'all enjoying the topic. So let us know.
Yeah, we've gotten some reviews. We definitely need to read them.
Yeah, we're going to share some reviews
in
this
do.
episode. I'm going to collect them. I promise.
Please, because I'm like, we want to share, and we want you guys to keep that feedback coming.
Yes,
so
definitely.
Thank you so much for that. Oh, man. So now we're officially on our road to 50.
Yeah, the countdown begins.
But in the meantime, go to Nashville.
Yes, get your butts to Nashville.
Get some hot chicken. Hit a honky tonk.
Okay.
And talk like this.
And tell them that TFS sent you.
And purr. Go to cinema.
Yes.
Period. All right. I think that's our episode.
Yes.
We'll see you guys next time.
See y'all.
Bye.